Real Madrid's track record of injuries this season has not been great. They have clearly struggled, and something seems to be wrong in the way they were training. I am no expert, but they needed to improve somehow. Alonso has brought in a couple of coaches to help in that regard, so hopefully, everything improves soon. For now though, Real Madrid fans would be glad to get some of their favorite players back in action for the first team. There are still a number of players missing from the squad, but they are slowly but surely returning. Alonso was asked about the fitness updates for 4 players, 2 of them were expectedly negative in David Alaba and Ferland Mendy. On the other hand, we might be seeing Kylian Mbappé and Eduardo Camavinga soon. About Mbappé, he said, "I was happy to see him on the pitch, it was his first day back in boots. He still has a slight weakness that prevents him from playing at the competitive level we need. We discussed it after training. We would prefer him to be fit if we advance to the next phase. He is still in the recovery process." And he gave a similar update on Camavinga. He said, "Hopefully we'll have him back either the next game or a little bit later. We're really looking forward to having Camavinga back in the team." Excellent news. Camavinga was supposed to be out for a while. But he has recovered from his injury fairly sooner than expected, and he could feature in the Club World Cup if Real Madrid play their cards right. It depends on the club and how they perform in the knockout stages, but Real Madrid may finally see some Camavinga minutes before next season. It is a good thing, and it is also something that excites me about Alonso's reign. Camavinga stagnated last season, and there is a lot to learn for him through Alonso, so it will be exciting to see how everything unfolds. Real Madrid will soon face RB Salzburg in the third and final group game of the Club World Cup. Winning the group is a real possibility, and Los Blancos need only a draw to secure the top spot. All other teams in the group have underperformed, which has allowed the mathematics to tilt in Madrid's favor. However, the game against Salzburg will not be easy. The Austrian side are also fighting for qualification and will need to score, if not win, to finish second ahead of Al Hilal. Real Madrid will also be without key centre-back Raúl Asencio, who earned a needless red card against Pachuca. But even if Los Blancos manage to cruise into the round of 16, their troubles may not end there. Vinicius Jr., who is booked against Al Hilal, will be walking a suspension tightrope against Salzburg. If he picks up another yellow, he will miss the round of 16 match, a match that will most likely be against Manchester City. And facing City without Vinicius would be a tough task. The Brazilian must be cautious in this game. He is known to get into frequent arguments with referees and opponents, and this match could easily become heated with both sides playing for their objectives. Vinicius' importance has grown, especially since Kylian Mbappé is not fully fit after recovering from illness. Mbappé is not guaranteed game time against Salzburg and is only hopeful of being fit for the round of 16. Real Madrid are counting on goals and contributions from Vinicius in this tournament they so desperately want to win, especially in its inaugural edition under the new format. After a subpar season, the Brazilian forward cannot afford to risk his spot in a potential knockout clash by making a reckless challenge or indulging in needless confrontations. Real Madrid face Red Bull Salzburg in their final group game of the inaugural Club World Cup on Thursday, and a win would take them to the top of the standings. That is what they want, and Xabi Alonso made that clear in his press conference earlier on Wednesday. Real Madrid have had a few players that have risen to the occasion of the Club World Cup, as well as a few bad performers. Alonso, in his pre-match press conference, was asked about one of the standouts, Dean Huijsen. He not only threw heaps of praise towards him, but also issued the young defender a challenge. Alonso said, "He's another pillar of the team. He demonstrated his personality with the national team and with us in just 2 days. He makes himself loved and respected. He's a great signing. We have to support him and push him. He has room for improvement, so he can't relax. But I'm happy with him. He has room for improvement, so he cannot relax." That is the ultimate definition of a manager who wants a lot from his players. It is clear that Alonso respects and admires Huijsen, but he wants to keep pushing him to his limit and help him improve as a football player. Huijsen has been a brilliant addition to Real Madrid's roster in this competition, and it seems like the club have hit the jackpot in the transfer window with his signing. However, Alonso wants him to not get ahead of himself, and keep pushing and improving every passing game. To be fair, that is what is happening as well. Huijsen was great in the first game, but he was somehow even better in the second one. If the Spanish international stays on that upwards trajectory, there is not a lot he could achieve with this team. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more Madrid latest news.